Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to talk about a CW television series by the name of Star-Crossed. I'm going to talk about my thoughts and opinions upon episode 4 titled And Left No Friendly Drop. So Star-Crossed episode 4, the CW television series, is pretty much focusing on Brina Palencia's character. Her character, if you don't know, is the main Adrian's character. That's Roman's sister. So it's pretty much focusing on her, and she's trying to join the swim team. She feels she should join the swim team because she feels like it can add to her school experience. She feels like it's what her her father, it's what her father, because her father died in the first episode. It's what their father would have wanted, and she feels like it's right, and she wants to get more involved, and because the Adrians, they're not supposed to actually be in sports. They were only supposed to just, 7 Adrians come to the school, integrate them into the school, the government program, and see how they do. Well, it seems that now they want to take it a step further and have these Adrian characters be in sports also and see how that goes. That's mainly what the episode is about, but there are a few other little subplots going on, such as the romance between our main, I forget the girl's name, but our main girl character and not the Adrian. That really, that sort of, took a little step back. This episode is on the romance between our main girl and the other human character and their relationship. Not the Adrian Roman's character, but the other human. I forget his name. Anyways, it focuses on their romance. And then in this episode, Roman actually finds out that his dad had a cell phone. And the whole, Adrians in this world in the future, they're not supposed to have cell phones, so it could mean that he's some sort of terrorist. We don't think he is, but he could be. So they're not supposed to have cell phones. So he's trying to find out why his dad had a cell phone and the information that is on that cell phone. So he ends up getting one of his friends to help find out that information. That is the plot of episode 4 titled And Left No Friendly Drop for the CW television series by the name of Star-Crossed. Overall, I have to say, I am pretty, really enjoying this series so far. I'm only, 4 episodes in. It's only been on for a month, but I have to say, I'm already starting to, like it a lot. And that one of the reasons is that, it's not just, as I said in earlier reviews, it's not just about the romance. There are some great science fiction elements, and this episode really builds on that. Yes, a good chunk of the episode, I will admit, and be honest with you guys, it did focus on the romance between, the two human characters. The sort of love triangle going on, where it hasn't focused on it a lot, but it's focused on it a little bit, the love triangle of, we have the Roman Adrian character, you have the main girl, and then the other human. That's sort of the love triangle thing you have going on. But there are some great sort of science fiction elements where it builds on the concept of these Adrian characters, especially in the beginning of the episode. For example, it's one of the best things about the show so far is the concept. For example, when they're in the classroom, we learn that the Adrians actually have 2 sets of hearts, so they have 2 hearts in their bodies, and we also learn they have 2 sets of lungs, so they have 2 lungs and 2 hearts. I thought that was a great way to build these Adrian characters. These sort of, these Adrian aliens. That was really cool to learn, the anatomy of them, what's going on in their bodies. It was really cool to learn that in a classroom setting. So then there's several other things that we learned also. Those are the 2 things though, the 2 lungs and the 2 hearts. Those are the 2 things about the anatomy of the body that I do remember in the CW television series with the name of Star-Crossed. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. That concept, of just learning more about them, they're not just these alien Adrians, there's something more to them, was really cool. Another cool thing was focusing on Roman's sister. We haven't seen too much of her, but she was given a lot of screen time. The actress by the name of Brina Palencia plays Roman's sister. I believe the character's name in the show is Sophia. Sophia's character is pretty cool. She had a little bit of screen time in the first 2 episodes, but this is mainly all about her wanting to join the swim team. You really get to know a lot about her character. One of the best scenes with her is actually, it's kind of a scene with all of them actually. She ends up being poisoned by caffeine, and I like the scene where her life ends up being saved, and it's kind of a sentimental scene. She ends up having her life saved, and then she ends up getting to join the swim team. The swim meet gets canceled, but she ends up getting to swim after all. Overall, I like that sort of sentimental and emotional concept. One of my favorite scenes was that finally, for the first time, the integration system is doing some good. We have humans and Adrians fighting side by side. We have that sort of jerk kid that was always, against the Atrians, and then towards the end of the episode, he's like pushing, humans into the pool, and he's starting to fight with them side by side. So we have Atrian characters and human characters working together. That was really cool, I thought. So that was, really cool. And then I believe last time I said, that in my last review, that the guy who joined the tracks was going to be a bad guy. Well, he's not really a bad guy. He believes that joining the tracks is the best thing for his, for his Atrian group of people, group of aliens. So he thinks that this is the right thing. So he's not really a bad guy. That's sort of to correct myself. But overall, and then I really enjoyed the sort of plot point they introduced at the end, where we find out that the principal of the school, the leader of the integration program, we actually find out that her and Castor's characters are keeping a secret. That apparently her and Nox, the guy that died in the first, the Roman's dad, apparently they have a son, and the son is an Atrian son, and apparently we're going to see his character in the next episode. That was a really cool plot point to introduce. We have this romance going on, the science fiction element of integration, and then the plot only thickens. The plot begins to thicken, the plot begins to, deepen itself in on another deeper level, and I thought that was just really cool to introduce that concept. Overall, a really cool show so far. Definitely recommend it if you guys aren't already watching it. That's my review of episode 4, titled "And Left No Friendly Jump" for the CW television series by the name of Star-Crossed. Once again, thanks for watching another video by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the page below. I'll see you guys later. More videos by Centipede Geek.